Hello everyone, Corporate Accounting Part 1. So liquidation of companies, session 3. So in this class we will discuss about who is liquidator, and we will also study about the how liquidator is going to prepare the liquidator's final statement of account here. So learning objective of this session is to understand the meaning of liquidator and to understand the steps involved in the preparation of a final statement of account. So liquidator is the person appointed to wind up the company and whose principal function is to realize the assets of the company, collect the uncalled capital if it is necessary, and make payment of its creditors, and lastly he will distribute the remaining balance among the shareholders. When a company is liquidation, the liquidator usually takes over the powers of the directors. ಸೊ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡೇಟರ್ ಏನ್ರಿ ಇವನೊಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತಾನ. ಇವನ ಮೇಜರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರ ಟು ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ದಿ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಪಾಸ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇವನು ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನ. ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನ್ರಿ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನ. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅವೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಪೇ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನ. ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಂಪನಿ and he will go on making the payments of various liabilities, and if it is necessary he will also make calls on the uncalled capital. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ಗಳದ್ದೇನು ಹಣ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಓನ್ಲಿ 8 rupees ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಪೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ 2 rupees ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದ ಅನ್ಪೇಡ್. ಇಫ್ ದಿ ಫೇಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಶೇರ್ is 10 rupees and the only 8 is paid up and still we need to collect rupees, then the liquidator will collect that 2 rupees from the shareholders if it is necessary, and he will make the payment to creditors, and if any amount remains there, if any surplus is there at that moment he will distribute that amount among the shareholders. So whenever liquidation happens, the liquidator usually takes over the powers of the directors. ಸೊ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಬಂದಾಗ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡೇಟರ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಕಂಪನಿಯ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಪವರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪವರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡೇಟರ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. Liquidator has to prepare a statement showing how much he has realized and how the same has been disbursed. For this purpose he has to prepare a statement of account which is known as liquidator's final statement of account. ಸೊ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡೇಟರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಪಾಸ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಣವನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನ ಅದನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ, ಮತ್ತು ಆ ಹಣವನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನ, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಕೂಡ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನ, ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. So this statement is nothing but a summary of a cash book from the date of commencement of winding up to the date of closing of winding up. So it is just like a cash book. ಇದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸೈಡ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಾಣ್ತೀವಿ. We are having two sides in the cash book. One is receipt side and another one is payment side. Similarly, in liquidator's final statement of account also we are having a receipt side and payment side. So receipt side will have all the receipts, and in the payment side we are having all the payments. Now look at this slide. So receipts. So liquidator's final statement of account is just like a cash book. So here in the debit side, receipt side, we are having various receipts, and in the credit side we are having various payments here. So look at the receipts. So first one is to cash in hand and cash at bank. It is the cash available with the company here, that is cash in hand bank, cash in hand and cash at bank. So what are the other sources of receipts? Surplus from secured creditors. Secured creditors means what? These are the institutions from which we have borrowed the loan by keeping some security as a security. So this and if we get some surplus, say for example we are having a secured creditors of 10,000 and we have pledged a security. Say we have pledged our building and we have borrowed 10,000 rupees from the secured creditors. If that building is realized for 15,000, then secured creditors will take their amount 10,000 and there will be a surplus of 5,000. That will be given to the liquidator. So that is surplus from secured creditors. Then assets realized. So the various assets will be there of the business. Fixed assets, current assets like land, building, machinery, furniture, stock, debtors, like that. There will be various assets. The liquidator will realize all the assets and he will collect the amount. That is assets realized. Then unpaid calls covered. Then to calls on contributors made and recovered. It means, as I told in the previous slide, the shareholders are liable to pay the face value of the shares. So if any shareholder purchases the share of having face value of 10, his liability is to pay 10 rupees on that share. So only 6 rupees is paid, right? The company is having 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, out of which only 6 rupees is paid up. It means the face value of the share is 10 rupees, but the shareholder has given only 6 rupees. The company has made calls only of 6 rupees and the shareholder has given only 6 rupees. So whenever the company requires the amount, it may call remaining 4 rupees and the shareholder has to pay that amount. So if the liquidator feels that the amount available with the company is not sufficient to pay off all its liability, at that moment the liquidator will make the calls on these shares and he will collect the amount here. So these are the various receipts here and payments. Payments have nodali legal charges. So ಕೆಲವೊಂದು documentation ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ legal charges ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ, legal charges, and liquidator will take the remuneration. So that is also payment. ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡೇಟರ್ಸ್ ರೆಮ್ಯುನರೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ, ಈಗ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದಂತ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡೇಟರ್ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸಂಭಾವನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ payment. He will take that amount here. So remuneration may be fixed, it may be given on percentage, also on the assets realized, on the amount distributed to secured creditors, or amount distributed to unsecured creditors, or maybe give it based on the amount distributed to shareholders. There are various possibilities are there. Sometimes we may combine these things also, right? So liquidator will take the remuneration, and for making liquidation he will incur some expenses. Then we need to pay for debenture holders, preferential creditors, then unsecured creditors, preference shareholders, and at the last we will pay the equity shareholders. This is the this payment has to be done as per the provisions of the law. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರಲ್ರಿ, ನಾವು ಹಿಂದೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ ಬರ್ತದೇನೋ, ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ ಬರ್ತದೇನೋ, ನೋ. We need to follow this method only. We need to follow this hierarchy only. First we need to pick the legal charges, then we need to pay the liquidator remuneration, then we will pay the liquidation expenses. Like that we need to follow this order here. So this one is liquidator's final statement of account.